All right, so we are live. We know we're on a lot earlier than normal. If you are new to our channel, we are currently on the Emerald Princess, and the internet here is not good, and it lags in the live show. So it's buffering, and so we come on 5 minutes earlier than we normally would to try to let the buffering get out of the way, because it seems to only be there for the first 10 minutes or so. So enjoy the music. We're going to have some more dessert, and we'll be live in about 6 minutes.
you want more than to stay alive. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, so come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning light, the morning light. Oh, the morning light. Oh, I just wanna be your Superman.
Well, hey there, everyone. Welcome to Tall Man Cruise Adventures live here, coming to you from the SS Crappy Internet. The Emerald Princess, that is. We are currently, like I said, live right now, this very moment, from our cabin, which is on deck 11. This is cabin B for Baja 733. I am Robert, aka the Tall Man, your host, and this is my lovely co-host, my wife Lisa, aka Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anyone ever calls her that. All right, we are going to be talking about deck 16 and deck 17 today, and we're going to get to it in just a second. We don't want to leave you hanging, but a couple housekeeping notes. I mentioned the internet's crappy. It's going to be buffering. Yeah. We apologize. But if the buffering bothers you that much, the replay, there's no buffering. You can watch that without any hesitations, okay? That's that. 2, if this is the first time you're finding our channel, do us a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to you, costs you nothing. And maybe the thumbs up will create some income and we can give it to them to get better internet. I don't know. All right, lastly, we are on this ship for one more day. If you have ever had a question about Princess, the Emerald Princess, and again, more Princess Cruises, no time like the present to get an answer. We are here and we can get it for you. And so if we already know it, leave your question in the chat. We'll answer it tonight. If we do not know the answer, we will find out and bring it to you in tomorrow's show. If you're watching the replay, leave it in the comments. We answer all our comments. And again, we will do our best to bring it to you in tomorrow's live show. Speaking of tomorrow's live show, normally we would give our final review on the last night, but because of the buffering, we're going to wait until we get off the ship so there's no buffering. But we still have the spa, the kids area, the nightclub. There's a lot of stuff still to show you tomorrow, so tomorrow night's show will be just as big. So let's push into balcony cam, because we cannot start a show without balcony cam, or in this case, deck 7 promenade cam. We don't have a balcony. We're in an inside cabin. Yeah. So that is from the Emerald Princess, literally towards the back of the ship, on the left, right, starboard side.
Yes,
all right.
Starboard side.
Starboard side. Okay, enough of that. We'll bring you back to balcony cam later. But first, let's get to deck 16, shall we?
Shall we? Let's do it.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back. Today, Lisa and I are on the Emerald Princess. We are on deck 16, or the sun deck. And we're going to show you everything that we can show you on this deck. We're going to do it in real time. Now, the only issue is, the very back of the ship where Sabatini's is, we can't walk all the way around to get there. So we may have to do some up and down to get there, meaning backtracking and going down and walking. But we'll see. But we're going to stay to the right, and we're going to get this tour started for you guys. So first of all, here's your Lotus Spa. We have a separate video for that that we shot when there was no one on the ship, or at least when it was open for tours and things, okay? All right, so let's stay to the right. Now we are at the very front of the ship. This is sort of a nice carpeted walkway here. It's nice on the feet. It's a beautiful day here in Antigua. That's where we're at today. You can see the bridge is right there. There's the bridge. Some great views down on the mini suites. Now what's behind this glass is your gym. Now I do believe, as you can see from the stairs there, there's access for guests to go hang out on top of the bridge. We'll see if we can find it for you and confirm, but I do believe that is a possibility. All right, so as we round the corner here, everybody, we're over by one of the bars up here on deck 16, which sort of overlook the pool area. And I can see there's lots of loungers, chairs and tables, but there is your pool. That's the Neptune pool. All right, there's a lot of events that happen out here at night. Band plays up there, DJs and stuff. Like the 80s parties done over here. Now, if you're a smoker, this is your deck 16 smoking area right back here. Okay. Let's continue on. Now, at max capacity, this ship holds just a little over 3,000 passengers. I actually believe we are at capacity for this cruise. But outside of the breakfast buffet early morning at a port, I haven't really experienced any sort of major lines. Okay, movies under the stars. All right, this is something Princess started years ago. There's a whole set of chairs up here that you can go to. We'll go ahead and walk up there now. There's nothing else up here. So we'll just show you. And they play movies pretty much non-stop. Even on port days. There's not one right now. But but they do put the loungers all out at nighttime. They put blankets on there. And you can sit there and watch the movie. So technically, I think we've climbed up to deck, I don't know, 18 or something. I'm not sure. Obviously, there's no elevator that comes up here. All right, they're playing some Extreme. I could hear it. So if I can hear it, somebody else can hear it, i.e. the YouTube algorithm. So let's put that off. And we'll just go with some live voiceover. So here's your Calypso pool. There's a couple hot tubs there as well. Of course, a bar, so you can stay refreshed. Deck 16, of course, overlooks that. Yes, and for anyone that said, hey, why didn't you guys just stream from up there? You know, we actually tried, and we went at least there to look, and when the ship is moving, it's just way too windy. But when it's not moving, well, it's always moving at this time of night, so we just can't go there. So let's go back with the live. Big Princess logo. And again, this is the end. There's nothing back here. It's a couple loungers. So it's up and over for us. Well, maybe not up and over. I call this the sports deck. I know it's a bit windy and I apologize. This is actually part of the kids area. You got these little racetrack for the kids and little cycles. So Yeah, we can't go up and over, Lisa.
No.
Let's-
I guess if we go to Skywalk.
Yep, guess we're gonna have to go up and over. So let's continue going up, see what happens. Here we go. Oh my Lord. All right, there's skywalkers inside there. Here's a little mini shuffleboard court. I guess we're going up more. So I guess this is deck 16 and up. Yeah, look at it. Look at that mess in there. He's down there painting. Wow. All right, so here's your sports court of the spa. However, it's not specific to the spa. Anybody can use this lotus pool. The only way to get to it is from in the spa, or as you see, come up the stairs here from deck 16 up to 17, and then walk back down right there. But even though the spa, the spa's wrapped all around here. That is not just for the spa. Anybody can use that. And since it's sort of challenging to get to, it's usually very quiet there. So let's go over to the right side here. So no, obviously, there's zero shade here. So this is going to be a fairly hot area to lay out in. I can tell you right now, I'm sweating like a pig. It is hot today. Okay, getting back to the beginning of this video, I mentioned there's not currently an elevator that takes you up here. Well, here is an elevator. It's not part of the main elevator bank. It's just a special elevator. However, it's broken. So you can't use it. However, we were talking to one of the guys who said if somebody's in a wheelchair, they have a lift for them. So what I'm thinking is they just have that sign on there, and if you are in a wheelchair or a scooter, you'd have to talk to somebody, but they could get you up here. Again, I cannot confirm or deny that because the sign says in the elevator it's broken, but the guy said that people in chairs or scooters could use it. I don't know what to say about that, okay? But remember, that is not part of the main elevator. It's a separate little, just one floor elevator that you would get access to from over here. Or is it, oh, it's inside smoking, right here. It's right there. This is the elevator. But like I said, it's got a sign on it. Well, this sign doesn't say broken, the one on the other one did, but that's where it is, okay? Does that make sense? Okay. All right, well, there is the sanctuary up there on deck 17. Oh, you know what? We missed something, guys. There's another area up there. You can stay here, Lisa, if you want. We'll save Lisa's back. Up there by the big white balls. Radar dishes there. There's another little area up here. Tell you, we try to do our best to be as thorough as possible. Again, there's no shade up here other than right underneath the little white ball there. But look at the views from here. This is where I'd love to stream from, but I promise you there's no Wi-Fi here. Overlook the sanctuary, right? To me, this is some of the best views, really. Just amazing. I could take one of these loungers, stick it right here, and just enjoy the views. What do you think? Good spot? Let me know in the comments. All right, y'all. There's your deck 17 sanctuary. and whatever you want to call this. Till we see you on another deck or another ship, y'all be safe. Well, there you have it, and we are back with faux balcony cam.
Yeah.
So we got the deck 16, deck 17. We have pretty much now covered all levels of the ship. There's a few areas that we will bring you tomorrow, which will be the spa, which we haven't seen, detailed look at the kids area, which we haven't seen, and Skywalker's nightclub, which we haven't seen. If you watch the highlights, there was actually a shot of in there. That was the black. I mean, it's hard to take video in there because it was pitch black. But we were up there last night. So, we'll just talk about that. Actually, let's say hello to everybody first, shall we?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Right? I'm not sure how many people are still with us. We understand there's been buffering. It's an ongoing saga that's just not going to stop until we get off the ship, which is why we've decided to do our final review once we get off the ship, so there will be no buffering.
Yeah.
The replay plays fine. There's no buffering. There's no skipping. It rolls like normal, so it's very, very strange. Yeah, I just don't get it. Anyway, so hello, Macrina.
Hi.
Welcome. Charles, welcome. Good to see you again tonight. Rutro, I'm not sure exactly what he was supposed to say.
I'm
but
sure that's
okay.
buffering already.
Yep. Yep. Elaine is Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Hello, Tuesday, Elaine. Yep, we're already a minute behind. That, of course, was, from 40 minutes ago, so who knows? Charles doesn't like spell check either.
So I think we were not getting all of our comments.
No, I don't know. Hello, you are sharing those goodies, right?
Hi, Patricia.
Nope, I am not. I got mine. She's got hers. Keep her fork on her plate.
Right.
They were that chocolate thing that I had was delicious.
That was a chocolate tart.
Yeah, the strawberry looking like thingy was a little too cakey for me. So
Was it?
I don't
Well,
know
it was a
about
strawberry cupcake, so.
Yeah, it's too cakey for me. Anyway, but it was yummy. And Elaine's, I agree about spell check. Charles says, last night's ending was really abrupt. I believe the lag messed up the timing at the end. It's possible. We got sort of to the end and we said, well, all right, so we're going to see you tomorrow. Good night. I thought it was funny.
You should have.
All right. Bev says, we're up at the very top. There would be great for a sail away party, too. Only other than it being really exposed, and it just would be, I think, a little rough for the entertainment, this, that, or whatever.
Yeah, and it's a little challenging to get to.
Yeah.
They
do most of those events at that one pool. Again, not the Movies Under the Star pool, but the other one. There's a little bandstand up there, and so the sail away and everything normally happens right there. But you got to remember, for the first 2.5 days, it was raining on and off, and so
it was
started right there in port, right for the sail away. It started sprinkling. They had to cancel it, so the music equipment and gear and stuff, it wouldn't get wet. So.
Yeah, so our sail away was inside.
Yes, it was. When I rewind the live back a little bit, there's no buffering. Yeah, exactly, because it again, I wish I knew what they're doing, because we've had problems before with buffering. Not on this ship, but on other ships. And what happens is when I go to watch the replay, there's these huge chunks of time that get left out once the video processes through. Here, nothing was missing. I watched the whole thing and it was all there. I'm like, okay, so they're just throttling the information being put out by the computer. So it's all coming out in real time. They're just putting a throttle on it and just releasing it 1 megabit at a time instead of 5 or whatever. Who knows? Because also, when I go into our analytics, after to see the stuff, we've been obviously been doing this live every day. And so there's the date in which we went live. And I showed Lisa the other day, there was 2 dates for the 26th or something, or the 25th. I don't remember what it was. But I'm like, we didn't stream twice in one day.
No.
And so, however, it took that long for the system to process it through, so it looks like it started on the next day. So it's just very strange.
It is
anyway.
very strange for
But
sure.
we just have one more day and we're done. And look, all said and done, with all the fun that we've been poking at their internet speeds and all these different things, we're in the middle of the ocean with a computer in our cabin streaming live to you guys.
Yeah.
It's
still impressive.
Yes, absolutely. I'm still blown away that we can even attempt to do that. Just a couple years ago, this wouldn't even have been a thought of even trying
Oh,
it.
yeah. No way.
Right?
No
so, regardless how we feel about them saying, fastest internet speed, you forget all that. We're just impressed that we're able to even attempt it. and here, it's working. It's just, you guys are 4, 5, 6 minutes behind us. But anyway, so, yep. Hello, Angela. Welcome.
Angela.
Good to see you.
Yes.
Justina, you're late as well. Hello, Justina.
Hi.
Welcome, everybody.
Yes.
And so we'll go up with the comments.
Yeah.
And so there was something I was going to talk about. I can't remember. Oh, did you see the video of the towels in the highlights today? We went up to take some pictures today. 4:00. Same towels. Still no freaking people sitting in them.
Unbelievable.
I went there 6 times today, passing through. Never anybody in those 2 chairs.
That's crazy.
Ever.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway. Yeah. There was something we were talking about when I said, let's say hello to everybody instead. My brain's just stiff. Anyway,
Yeah.
Charles says, I believe it jumped ahead. So
Oh,
when
okay.
we are actual live, that may happen to catch you back up to us. But in the replay, it's just goes right ahead and plays normal. And wait, did we just jump time again? I just made that comment less than 3 minutes ago. I think we're getting close to time. We really are. So anyway, it jumped ahead a bunch, Bev. Awesome.
Wow.
All right, so here we
are
go.
we like on real time? Can we actually have conversations now?
I don't know. So
That
let's
would
do
be
this. We'll do
awesome.
the yes thing again.
Okay.
All right, Lisa's going to get our clock. We'll see how far
let's
behind
get
we
the
are.
stopwatch here.
The stopwatch. Ready?
All right.
On the count of 3, everybody type yes. 1, 2, 3, type. All right, we'll see how far back we are.
All right.
So while they're doing that, dinner today was a elegant night or formal night here, and a lot of people dressed up nice, which is great. It was surf and turf night.
It was.
Again, if you saw the highlights, you saw the waiter cutting the lobster tail out of the tail for some of the people we had dinner with tonight. It was fillets and lobster tail, surf and turf. Didn't cost any extra money. That's what they served.
Yep.
And interestingly enough, Lisa and I, we've been pretty upfront with you guys, don't really like seafood. And so they did turf and turf for me. So I actually had 2 fillets. Lisa gave her lobster to the lady next to Helen. I remember y'all names. Lois and Ken and Elaine.
Yes.
Right. So
And
Helen. Elaine. It's just the Elaine dance.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyway. Sorry, Helen. So yeah, Helen got her lobster because she wouldn't have eaten 2.
No.
2 fillets.
I wouldn't
anyway.
have. Yeah. One was plenty for me.
So also, it was our first time eating dinner in Da Vinci.
Yes.
And so I can tell you the service there was just as different as we had been talking the difference between
The other 2
Bocelli
restaurants.
and Michelangelo.
Yes.
First thing of note, they never asked us if we wanted anything to drink,
No.
right? Again, we've got mouths. We could ask. It's not a complaint. We do this to bring the experience of what it was to you guys, without sort of trying to get in the way.
Yeah.
Right? If we asked for our drinks, that would have gotten in the way. We don't do it to see what they're going to do, right? Just so we can bring it to you guys. Anyway, so no drinks. We just had water. As I said, formal night. The menus, again, we will post on Facebook, so make sure you go to our Facebook. If you're new to our channel, we have a Facebook group. We post different content there on our Facebook group, so please go and sign up for that. But make sure you answer the 2 questions.
Yes.
Or you get automatically declined. Okay. And for that moron who has the fake Tom Cruise
So
account.
we're at 2:30.
Yeah, you're 2 minutes and 30 minutes, 2 minutes and 30 seconds behind. That's not bad.
Yeah.
And for the guy that's got the fake Tom Cruise, stop trying to get into the group. You're not getting in, buddy. It's not happening. So please stop. Just saying. Things you don't see. This hole every day posts fake Tom Cruise crap in our group, and it's caught.
Right.
So y'all never see it, but I get the alert, and the account was just created a week ago, and it's all BS. Just go harass somebody else's group. You're not going to do it here. Anyway, so dinner, it was a great menu tonight, guys.
Yeah.
So let's pull up the menu. I'll at least read it to you if I can get to my photos. The appetizers: crispy fried tofu, lime and salt cured salmon, escargot, wedge salad, which we both had, which was delicious, obviously.
Yeah.
And crab and shrimp seafood bisque, which oddly enough, I bit the bullet to try it. I don't like seafood, so I'm stepping outside of my bounds, trying something I know I don't like, hoping it was like clam chowder. Again, it was more the tomato base, like the other one that I had. But I think if you're into crab and shrimp, you would love it. I think it had good flavor. It's just not my favorite flavor. So it's neither good nor bad. It's just I wanted to try it. So the pasta they had tonight was cheesy tortellini, which I meant to order, but I forgot. Okay. For the mains, it was mushroom and zucchini mascarpone crepes, pan-seared snapper fillet, seared duck breast, or the land and sea. Okay. Which again was, what's this, beef tenderloin? So it wasn't really fillet, but it was.
It was good.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beef tenderloin with a lobster tail.
Yes.
Okay. It was baked potato, twice baked potato. It was great.
Yeah, the potato was really good.
Really good. Yeah.
And spinach too.
For dessert, a chocolate pistachio dome with almond and pistachio nougatine.
Which I had, and it was really good.
Then there was the sugar-free cherry trifle, pedophores, and something called the chantilly swan. Now, we didn't have that, but one of the people at our table had it. Helen had the chantilly swan.
Yes.
And so we got a picture of it, so we'll put that picture up there so you can see it.
Yes.
Very great presentation.
Yeah.
Really was. Really was. I didn't have any of that. I had a surprise. You'll see the picture. It was good. Mama be proud. So that was dinner.
Yeah.
I believe there was a production show that went on tonight. Elaine, you think that's hilarious? Is it on the RV channel? I did like an Elaine dance short. I don't know, 1.5, 2 years ago. It's got to be on the RV channel.
Yeah, it
Tall
is.
Man's RV Reviews.
It is.
But she knew what I was doing. I do the whole thing. It's a very bad interpretation, but people know what I'm talking about. So anyway, so I think there was a production show tonight, which of course we didn't get to because we were here. Tonight was also the first night that we had dinner with other people. We will normally specifically choose to dine by ourselves, not because we don't want to be with other people, but we both, with 2 people, dinner you're in and out.
Yeah,
right?
It's much faster.
Correct. With 6, 8, 10 people at a table, you can only move as fast as the slowest person at your table, and the service becomes much, much slower. Not bad service. It's just the whole table gets served at the same time.
Yes.
And so we typically prefer just the 2-top. But for whatever reason in the Da Vinci, they do not allow that. I don't know if they don't have them. I didn't really pay attention to the seats as we were walking in, but you only could sit as a group. So we sat with 3 others. Fantastic time with them. Great people. We had a good time.
Yeah.
And we were out of there a little after 7. So.
And we all got along if we're sharing our food.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, Helen brought a bottle of wine that she had gotten from the casino and shared it with the whole table.
Yeah.
And it was just real nice.
Yeah,
and the other
very
2
nice.
people had been hanging out with Helen. They're all trivia buffs. and love to do trivia, so they go to all the trivia together. So,
Yeah.
but they weren't together. They met here on the ship.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so yeah, we were out of dinner at like 7:15, which is about an hour longer than when we're by ourselves. If we were going to try to sneak into the show, we would have done it then. But I didn't have any of the show prepared for you guys tonight, so I had to come back here to do my homework. Okay, so, but I'd like to think it was better than the other two, but I don't know. So I can't tell you if it was or not.
Yeah.
But all things being equal, the first two were about the same. So the third one's probably about the same as well. Anyway, we did walk around last night, went up into the club, up into Skywalkers. We'll show you the club. The video we have of the club is in the daylight, so you actually get to see what it looks like in there. But at nighttime, it is really dark and really loud.
It is.
Now, let me give you an asterisk. This coming from a musician who's been on some of the biggest stages with sound that would, I you it's too loud.
It's loud.
It was stupid loud in there.
Yeah, you know what it reminds me of is House of Blues. House of Blues, they crank up the volume in there almost to the point where you want to put your finger in your ears so you can actually hear.
Actually, what's worse than the House of Blues?
What's that?
And I think they're gone now, but the BB Kings.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was way worse than House of Blues.
Yeah. So if anybody's been to House of Blues or BB Kings, you know what we're talking about.
It's just ungodly. I mean, you literally
You gotta
can't have a
yell.
conversation.
You got to yell. Yeah.
It's like I would just grab her because it wasn't packed.
But it
there
was
were
full.
Yeah, it was full. There was people dancing on the dance floor, and almost every chair had couples in them. Right? I mean, some of the areas seat like 6 or 8, and there might have only been 2 people there. But there were some people up there at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
We walked around down into Deck 7, right beneath us, Club Fusion. Sorry.
Yes.
And there was a duo in there, and there was two people
in
watching,
the tables,
and one left when we came in.
Yeah.
Like, man.
Yeah.
And it was at the end of their set. In fact, they started their last song when we were in there. So I don't know if there had been people there earlier. Who knows? But
we
left
just
there.
came in at the last minute at the tail end, and
And it was just a guitarist and
a
the
vocalist. Yeah, they sounded good.
They did. So I don't know if they were running tracks, so they sounded fuller. When we were there, he literally just played the guitar and she sang.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had a little percussion thing,
She was
but
doing a shaker.
yeah.
And they were singing some famous song from Brazil.
Yes.
On this particular song.
Yeah. Sounded good.
The first one she was singing, I don't remember the name of the song, but it was in English. This other one was in Spanish. Then we went to the club that's in the middle, where they do the trivia. They were doing trivia last night.
The Explorers Lounge.
Yeah, Explorers Lounge. Thank you.
Yes.
They were doing trivia last night, and there was some good people in there.
It was pretty full.
There were some good people in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was full.
Then we walked down to the Wheelhouse Bar.
Mm-hmm.
There was a single guitarist playing in there. We showed him the highlights.
Mm-hmm.
Neither good nor bad. He was fine.
Yeah, he sounded good.
Yeah.
The place was pretty empty.
Yeah, it really was. There was a string duo down in the atrium yesterday. They sound fantastic.
Oh, the violins?
The violins, yeah, the
yes, they
strings.
sounded amazing.
They were great.
Yeah, and they were kicking. It wasn't, chamber music. It was, people were clapping and tapping their feet. It was really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah.
And then last night they had a band in the atrium.
That started the highlight off. The party band, not the show band from the shows, but the other sort of band they have on the ship. And there was 5-6 pieces, 2 vocalists,
5 pieces, I
3
think.
musicians.
Yeah.
They were really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really good.
Yeah, and the place was busy down there.
Yeah.
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 They had a little confetti drop. It was nice.
That was cool.
Yeah.
And we went to the main theater. Of course, by that hour, everything was done, and they were the techs were actually in there setting up for today.
Yeah, I guess it was supposed to be a magic show or
I don't-
something tonight. Magician tonight.
No, it was a production show.
Was it a production
I think
show?
so. I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, we didn't see it.
We didn't see it. we're watching Balcony Cam just like you. And it's been a while since we've had a comment. So
It
did
has
we
been a
lose
while.
everybody?
I think we may have lost everybody again.
Yeah, no, they're there. I
Oh.
prefer the tables for 2. Okay, well, remember, there are 2.5 minutes behind.
Yeah. That's true.
You know, I wouldn't say that we prefer it. If we didn't have something to do or somewhere to go, we enjoy sitting down with people and having a conversation. It was nice. And thank you for the thumbs up.
Yeah, thank you.
By the way, if this is your first time seeing one of our videos, do us a huge flavor of the day. Thumbs up for the Tall Man Cruise Adventure live show, coming to you live at this very moment from the SS Hamster Wheels, aka Emerald Princess.
Yes.
Yeah, it costs you guys nothing. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe, become part of the Tall Man Clan. We do broadcast live every night we are on a ship. When we are off ships, we still are doing all kinds of cruise news for you and different things cruise related. So become part of the Tall Man Clan and enjoy. We would enjoy having you, but we feel that you will enjoy the stay. Especially, oddly enough, some of the videos we put out, we actually video all the passenger cabin decks, right? Nobody else does that, right? How boring is that? I'm not going to tell you, we're the ones that have to walk. It's
boring.
It's boring, and we do it in the middle of the night when everybody's sleeping. And we point out everybody's cabin numbers in relationship to where stairs and elevators are. And in the videos, we put up a deck plan with a little red dot, it's like Tall Man GPS, follows us around the deck plan, so you know exactly where we are. And it is amazed. I'm truly amazed at how many people watch these, like it, and then make a comment about, wow, thank you so much. I was truly wondering if I should book this cabin.
Yeah.
Or I booked it and I was praying that it would be okay. Now I know.
Yeah.
And
we hear that all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
So anyway, hello, Dr. Cherie. Welcome.
Hi.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, become part of Tall Man Clan. We'd love to have you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So there's that. Tomorrow's last night. It's packing.
Yeah.
Lisa started to do a little packing today.
A little bit.
We finished up some of the video stuff that we needed to get. So we had an easy, relaxing day. I mean, we poked our head around the ship a little bit, but not too much. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What did y'all do today?
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments. So I know everybody's going to start to begin to ask, so what's next? What's next? What's next? The answer is we don't know yet. Because, cruise lines aren't dropping free cruises in our laps. Not that they do that for anybody else either. I don't know. But, we pay for all these. Right? We're not travel agents, so we don't get free cruises because we're travel agents.
We're not gamblers. We don't get free casino offers.
So every cruise you've ever watched us on, that is paid for out of our pocket, just like y'all pay for your cruises.
Yeah.
And so we have to go back to work and go make some money to pay the bills, but also so we can cruise again.
Yes.
Our cruise period will be November, December. And so, yes, I know it's going to be a long stint without a cruise, but let me tell you, we aren't going away. We'll be with you weekly all the way through with regular content daily, and we'll probably stream at least once a week, whether it's cruise news, whether it's Are You Kidding Me? But now that I got a button, we can go, Are You kidding me? Whatever. I got a button.
Yeah, and you take advantage of that button.
I do. Yeah, I only used that button one time yesterday. One time. I was a good boy. I'm real. I don't, want these people to think I'm fake. That's how I am. I was in the military. Sorry, 4-letter words are a thing. But I got a button. Okay, so we don't know. And so it's probably going to take a month or two before we know. So, but I can tell you it'll probably just be cruising out of Florida. I don't think we'll hop on a plane and go to Europe or Asia or Australia, which of course would be amazing.
Those are on our bucket list.
Those are on our bucket list. So, but on a side note, cruise lines, if you're watching us, hey, send us an email. there it is right there.
Yeah.
tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com.
Yeah, email us.
We will gladly profile your ship like no one else does.
That's right.
Yes. Anyway, just put that out there. Carnival, MSC, Princess, Royal, whoever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think the Royal Caribbean blog guy, he's got Royal Caribbean cornered. He's the Royal Caribbean guy. But, MSC and Carnival and Princess and Celebrity.
Celebrity, Virgin.
Yeah, there's a lot of cruise lines that need some spokespeople.
Yeah, there's
right?
a lot of them.
Social media people. But we do tell the truth.
Yeah.
Good, bad, or ugly, right? With some hopeful positives, right?
Yes.
Even if it's ugly, there's always room for improvement, and we hope that's possible, right?
Absolutely.
So, it is what it is. All right, so let's see here.
All right. I've been seeing some comments coming through.
Nurse Tara says, that looked pretty sad with no one in the lounge while the people were performing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
That is the hardest thing about being a cruise ship musician. I've had friends that have done it before, is, depending on the ship that you're on, what cruise line and stuff, depending on what time you play, you might be playing to a lot of empty chairs.
Yeah. And it's not because they were bad. They weren't. They were good.
Yeah.
It's just this is an early crowd on the ship. Everything just shuts down early, and there's the breakfast menus hanging on the doorknobs, around 9 o'clock. So people have gone to bed.
Yeah.
So it's just an early crowd.
It is.
Yeah.
What's interesting though, years and years and years and years ago, long before I ever met Lisa, I was sought out to become the third member of a trio that this bar/restaurant/club was putting together. Jazz fusion, right? Not straight up swing all the time, but progressive. And they sought me out to be part of the band, and we played 6 nights a week. Okay, now 4 of those nights, if we saw 4 people, it was a busy night. What it became was paid rehearsal. We were playing, but some of the times we were practicing, right? If there happened to be no one in the club at the time, we'd work on new material. And if somebody walked in, we'd stop and then we'd begin to play a song, right? And so these cruise ship musicians, there's nobody in there. It's like paid rehearsal, right? They're getting paid one way or the other, right? So it's not always a bad thing. It just depends on how you treat it and what you do with it.
Exactly.
We used our time to practice and get better. That's what we did. Anyway, but I agree. It's pretty sad when there's nobody in the chairs.
It is. It is.
Now, also, typically duo, that type of music, it's not high energy.
No.
It's not like the band.
No.
Right?
And that's the one thing that we had talked about was that they had in the Piazza, they had the five-piece band that they were kicking.
They should have put that in the club.
They should have put them in the club and had
And
the duo in the Piazza.
Yeah.
So that was a little interesting.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
It turns like you should have joined them on stage with your spoons. Yep. Maybe I should have. That would have been fun. Not. Bev says, I've only cruised with a group, and we were always tables of 8 or 10. Made some good friends at those tables. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We do enjoy the larger tables. It just, since we've started the channel, we have requested the 2-top just because we know we're going to be able to get in and get out.
Yeah.
Because we both eat fast to begin with. And so...
you eat fast.
Well, yeah, but you keep up. And
sometimes.
And yeah, most times.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, because 95% of the time you're not finishing everything that's on the plate anyway because there's so much food.
Yeah, that's true.
Like at home when we go out to eat, we only eat half the meal in the restaurant, and the other half we take home.
Yeah. And we eat it the next night.
And then we eat it the next night.
Yeah.
And so by the time she's halfway done, I'm typically all the way done. So that's why I'm saying she eats fast because she's... Anyway, I think you know what I mean. Nurse Tara says, sometimes the tables for 2 are still close enough to converse with your neighbors. Oh, absolutely.
That's the one thing on this ship, though. The tables, there's actually space in between them.
Well, they are, but remember the first couple nights we had the people that were sitting next to us.
We were in the little alcove.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we did. We definitely had conversation with the couples next to us, and even the a couple of nights later, they actually got sat next to us again. So we picked up the conversation
right where we left off.
Yeah.
So, which is nice about that is you're still on your time.
That's true.
You're not on the tables next to you time, and so if
Yes.
they're lagging, it doesn't matter as much. But so I haven't been able to pick it out here. We were able to pick it out very clearly on MSC, and we talked about this, okay? With any time dining situation, when they seat people in a certain area at a certain time so that the waiter has a group to handle, whether it's one big table of 8 or 4 small tables of 2s. Same amount of people in the end, okay? And so that's how they're seating. So now, once the waiter has them seated, has taken their orders, they then seat the next wave of people. And so the waiter will have 2 waves of people. Now, it just depends when you get there. Now, for us on MSC, we would get in, at least her and I, before the 8 top would get in. But the 8 top would get in before the other 3 2-top tables would. So even though we were there first, we got stuck in the second wave of food because our waiter at the time, he took the orders for the 8 top first.
Yeah.
I haven't noticed that as much here. Because everything's been very, very swift.
Yeah.
But that's how they do it. They seat them in waves. In fact, tonight when they went to seat, they weren't sure we'd be able to be seated right away because we were, 5 or 10 minutes late. And it was anytime dining. And so a lot of people go to the same restaurant every night. We've been going to different restaurants. And so the people that go even at anytime dining to the same restaurant at the same time every night, they put them in the same table. In fact, they don't even stop. They just go to their table now.
Yeah.
And so when we first walked up, table for 2, we had reservations with other people.
A shared table.
A shared table.
Yes.
We knew that was going to happen tonight because, again, they don't allow the 2 tops. And they're like, oh, yeah, I don't think there's one. Oh, hang on a minute. And hey, can we see? Oh, you know what? We do. We have someplace that we can seat you right away. And so they went in. We sat down first. And then
right afterward, Helen came in, and then
the other 2 came after that.
Yeah.
But by the time everybody got there, we got ready to order. It was already, 5:40, 5:45, something like that. By the time everybody had got settled, and we ordered. If it was just the 2 of us, we typically were there at 5. We're ordering by 5:15, and zoop, we're off and running, if that makes sense. So, anyway, any more nicknames for the ship? No, I think the SS Hamster Wheels is probably going to stick.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that one.
Yes. Well, the SS False Advertising is pretty good too.
That one's good too.
Yeah. What's up, Chris? How you doing, buddy?
Hi.
How was St. Thomas today? Let us know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes. I worked and shipped manure for garden centers.
Oh. I think we must have missed a comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's got to be something going on. Playing Rasta music on deck 11, Robert? Nope, I'm not. And if you were watching the deck tour, we did the deck 16 when we were Antigua. There was a really sizable steel drum band playing down in the port. And I heard that I could hear it, the video, my microphone picked them up from all the way there. And so if you were hearing any steel drum music or any Rasta music, that was the steel drum band playing down in the port in Antigua. So anyway, yeah, Patricia, I don't know if we're missing comments or what the deal is.
I think we missed a comment.
Yeah, and even if I turn the thing on now, I don't think I'll get all the comments.
No, I don't think so
I
either.
won't see it anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing about when it lags is for some reason it seems that not all of the comments are populated that we can read.
Yeah.
So I think we missed something there.
Yeah. Let me just
back up a little bit.
No, we got them all. I mean, we've seen all that we
came
have
through. Yes.
You know, as good of a time as we're having, I am so looking forward to getting off the ship. It's just, it is so frustrating to
It is.
You know, the last days that we're going to be doing a live broadcast from a ship, and it's just been this.
Yeah.
Right from day one with the rain.
Yeah.
Just so, yeah. Maybe we can squeeze in a quick one on a Carnival ship before we go back to work.
I don't know.
I don't know. We got like 3 weeks. I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
I don't know.
We'll have to talk about that, I guess.
We gotta end this on a good note. At least the on ship thing.
Yeah.
Because again, the channel's not ending again, guys. We're just we're gonna be landlocked for a little bit until we can get back on a ship.
Yep. But we've got a lot of things that we've been videoing, so
yeah.
we're going to be releasing videos and.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we still have all the
tons
deck
of stuff.
all the deck tours are coming out from
Yeah.
cabins, and just we got all kinds of stuff coming out, guys.
We do have all kinds of stuff coming out.
We may not be live on a ship every night, but we have content for you every day, or
Yeah, we
almost
do.
every day. But we will come on live, like I said, once a week.
Yeah.
Patricia says, "Now my comment seems dumb. You ask what we did today."
Oh. Okay. So you worked. Okay.
Worked and moved manure for garden centers. There we go. Okay.
There you go. Now that makes sense.
We thought you'd gotten into the bottle, Patricia. We just didn't want to say that out loud, but now we can say that.
Well, that's a lot of work. I mean, that stuff is heavy.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, that's heavy.
We've got a couple acres of land. We've moved some manure of our own and stuff.
Yeah, mulch and soil and
Trees, cutting down trees, and
yeah.
We have an almost 2-acre piece of property. When purchased, heavily covered with trees.
Yes.
And through the years, we've taken some down. Now, a lot of them are just dying on their own and falling in storms.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. The whole back of the property used
It
to be
looks
pretty
awful.
lush.
Yeah.
Now it's like bare.
It is just, sticks.
Yeah. The few that are still standing.
Yeah.
And waiting for the wind to blow them down.
I know. So we really do need to knock all those down and just plant new trees.
You know what we haven't talked about? There's a bunch of you on there, and obviously you're on there because we're having a good time. Don't forget, we are still on the Emerald Princess for one more day. If you have any questions or comments about Princess or the Emerald Princess, if you're with us live, leave them in the chat. I know you're probably about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes behind us. We'll wait, obviously, and see if that it comes up. If you're watching the replay, leave your comments down in the comments, right? Leave your question down in the comments because we do answer all of our comments, okay? That being said, we are going to be hosting our very first group cruise, guys. For those who are new to the channel, I know some of you are not and have already seen this and heard this, but in November of 2025, so 18 months from now, we are going to be hosting our first group cruise. Here's a little of info on it.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples,
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. Well, there you go. Cough, Robert, right into the microphone. Yeah, on the Carnival Horizon, it is an 8-day southern itinerary out of Miami, Florida. Again, November 8th. Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, the ABC Islands. And we are going to be having a blast. Obviously, it's 18 months from now, so all the activities we're going to do are not planned yet, but I promise you, we're going to have an epic time.
Yeah, we will have a lot of fun.
And we're making Macrina walk the plank. So, I mean, you guys are all going to want to see that. Yep, absolutely. And if Chris shows up, we're going to have Carnival tattooed on him since he's a loyal royal.
Nice big funnel.
Yeah. Take that back to royal. Imagine walking onto that on your arm. People just looking at you like, "Are you lost, sir?" No. I lost a bet.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, Patricia, the joy of the lag.
Yeah.
Sad to say, we've sort of unfortunately gotten used to it a little bit.
Yeah.
Other than, I forgot that I asked what everybody did. So,
yeah, we totally dropped the ball on that one.
Tony says, I think Patricia is auditioning to be the person that puts the blank on the lounge lawn chairs.
The manure.
Come shovel this.
Hired.
My Lord.
See, this is what I miss. I miss that interaction, that immediate little.
It's a 2.5 minute delay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Thank you for the thumbs up, whoever just did that.
Thank you.
Woo. Yeah. She says, luckily I was hired. I just hired flatbed carriers to do the work. Vendors to stores. Nice.
Nice.
So does that mean you have a property full of animals creating the manure for you? Or, you know, I mean, you're selling manure, so, I mean, people think we're over here, you know, shoveling a bunch of You're doing it for real. Oh, golly.
Oh my gosh, we were gonna have so much fun on our group cruise.
I know.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
She says, Antonio will be I will happily apply stickers to them. I don't think it's stickers. Antonio was maybe referring to.
529 days, woohoo! And oh, at the same time,
Right?
Yeah.
I gotta get a countdown timer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
Yep. Like how many days, hours, and minutes. There's got to be some kind of something in there. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
We'll have to figure that out.
When I get on land.
Yeah.
We were talking to somebody else today. Speaking of buffering and internet, that was Helen in her stateroom. She's been on her phone watching some videos and hasn't had a problem.
Yeah, she did say that.
And that is also some of the difference between a download and an upload, right? So we're streaming live, right? This live show is uploading content. But the upload speeds are just still, they're atrocious. Yes, group cruise. Macrina, we've already done it. You missed it.
Oh, and Chris
it was
is
last
in
November.
Chris is in San Juan tomorrow. We are in the
Nice.
Bahamas tomorrow.
Yes, we are Bahamaing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, which is our final day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I just always feel weird that the last day of a cruise is a port day.
Mm.
So many of the 7-day cruises that we do, the last day is a day at sea.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's a day of wrapping things up, packing it up. It's a little bit more relaxed because it's a sea day, so maybe you sleep in a little bit, right? It's that wind down at the end of the cruise. But nope, not tomorrow. We got a port. And then, oh my gosh, we're on top. We're off. On top. I just saw Antonio's comment. I said on top. And then we're off. The cherry on top has an ice cream sundae bar on the horizon. Ooh,
Nice.
does it really? Yeah, let's...
Nice. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for my phone.
Oh.
Looking for my phone.
You know, he is all about the ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You said one of his favorite words.
That was my dessert tonight.
Yeah. He's all about the ice cream.
Speaking of cherry on top. When he said that's all I could think of, just now I want another. Can I have another, please?
Well, you can get one tomorrow.
Yeah. It's funny when the waiter came up to get everybody's dessert order, I put the menu up. I'm like, psst, psst, psst. He's like, absolutely. I'm like, yeah. Close it. And everybody at the table was like,
what? What'd you get?
so I had to tell them. I mean, they would eventually see anyway. I mean, as soon as it arrives.
Yeah.
I wolf that thing down. Vacuum style. Anyway, so, yeah, tomorrow is, we'll, I don't know if we'll get off or not. This will be our third or fourth time here this year or in the past 6 months or something like that. We don't leave the port anyway.
Thank you.
But the Port Nassau, the new port, I suppose we could go check on that whole Wi-Fi thing again, but I don't think it's up and running yet. So, yeah. So, yeah, but the Port of Nassau, it's been recently redone. It's beautiful.
It is.
We've shown video on it and stuff. So, it's very hard to go back to the same port that we've been to so many times and get new information because the ports aren't that big.
Yeah.
Or more video, I should say.
Yeah.
Which is why in the highlights yesterday, a lot of the clips from St. Thomas were from we were before. I mean, I took some new stuff because you could see the Princess ship in the background, but generally, most of the clips were on there that we had videoed from a few weeks ago because we were just there. The only difference is we were there by ourselves yesterday.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Actually, we haven't seen a cruise ship yet.
No.
Since we left town in the rain. Today was the first time a ship was visible. We didn't get, Lisa and I didn't see it, but people we're eating with saw it. Ship went flying by us, I guess. But yeah, we haven't seen a single cruise ship on this cruise. It's been really unique.
Yeah.
Really unique.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. She says, I will explain all on the group cruise.
Oh, story time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Karina says, hey now, I take donations for walking the plank. Yeah. We ain't putting a bucket out. There's no tips here. She's like, sorry, I fell asleep.
Oh no.
That's all right. We're still lagging, I think.
I think so.
But
yeah.
we've caught up a little bit in time. I don't know if we're even closer, but the last time we looked, we were 2.5 minutes apart from you guys.
Yeah.
Normally, even on dry land, we're always
At least 30 seconds.
30 seconds. But
Yeah.
30 seconds is 30 seconds. That's
Exactly.
not 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Right.
So, yeah, I think we should probably call this the end of the show, right? I mean,
Yeah, probably so.
nobody's putting questions up
McCree's
there.
falling asleep.
I know, but yeah, nobody's putting questions up there, so nobody has questions about Princess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I know what was weird. I guess we can talk about it or not real for a minute. So one of the really things that is neat about the medallion, the minute you get close to your door, it unlocks the door.
Yeah.
And then you can just walk right in, which is great. And we talked about this before, especially if you're carrying some stuff. You don't have to fumble to get in the thing. You just pop open the door and walk in.
Use your elbow while you're holding things.
Yeah.
You just walk
Just
right in.
2 days ago, it stopped doing that.
Yeah.
Walk in and there's a little green light, green or red light on the handle itself. So when you
You
get
know
to
if
your
your
door,
door's unlocked.
You know, right? If it's green, it is. If it's red or no light, then it's not. And so we're like, what's going on? What's going on? Well, tonight the last time I came in, it did it. Like, meaning activated.
Started working again.
But for the last 2 days, it hasn't been working. So it's just been weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I know what we also forgot to tell you. Tomorrow night, with the spa, the kids areas, the nightclub, Skywalker nightclub, we also did videoed the laundromat, the laundry facilities.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's every deck, but I swear
It's
just
if
about
it's not every deck, it's at least every other deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's quite a few laundry facilities
Yep.
on this ship.
so not just irons, washers, and dryers.
Yes.
So, yeah, we could do our laundry on here if we wanted to.
We could.
I don't think we will.
No, we won't.
No.
We don't have time.
No, I don't think so.
No. We don't have time.
No. But yeah, so for those who at least want to go on this particular ship, the Emerald Princess, and do it for a while, you can do your own laundry.
You absolutely can.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why I'm doing that, and that's whatever. Patricia's like, heading to the freezer now for ice cream. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Enjoy.
Yes. I guess we could make a correction to the video. I was talking about the passenger capacity of the ship. It's slightly more than advertised in the public, and I don't know why. When we talk to customer service here, the ship can accommodate 3,200 passengers, though anywhere else you look, it'll be 3,080 or 3,090, somewhere in that realm. But here on the ship, according to customer service, it is 3,200, okay? Because the ship currently has 3,147, is it?
I'll look it up.
Lisa took a note on it, so.
3,141.
So, I mean, and we're talking about like every berth. Like 3,200 means every
single
sleepable bed is filled.
Yeah.
Which is why, like on the MSC ship we were just on, it can hold 5,800 people, but there was only 4,800, 4,700, whatever it was, but still sold out.
Yeah.
Because every cabin was double occupancy, but not every bed was filled, like third and fourth occupancies. So
Correct.
We are on a ship that literally just about every sleepable surface is being slept on. So, and it doesn't.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, just hit that again. Yeah, come on, guys. Maybe we should have started the show off with that. We're almost at 15,000.
Oh yeah.
We're almost at 15,000.
Yeah, we're so close.
Subscribe.
Yes.
Help us hit that goal.
Yeah.
To be honest, that was our goal for this series of cruises that we were doing, was to actually hit 15,000. We started off at like 14,002 or something like that. I don't know. But we're close. We're close. We've got a few days, and we'll give a few days after the cruise, because we are going to be doing our final review of this ship and what we think, good, bad, or ugly, once we get off the ship, because we don't want it buffering right away, okay? So tomorrow we have one more ship on the show, and then the next night when we're back at Tallman Mobile.
One more ship on the show?
One more ship on the show, yeah.
One more show on the ship.
Yes.
I know, me too.
That too.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway, see, there we go. Did you enjoy your dinner selections tonight? Sorry if you already discussed it.
Yeah.
Yes, we discussed it. It's your fault for falling asleep. That means you are being penalized, young lady. Back to the corner. In this case means back to the beginning of the video. You have to watch the whole thing and report back to us. Everything we said. Transcript. Dinner was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good.
And we sat at a six top, but with only 3 other people, so there was only 5 at our six top. Had a great time.
Yeah.
It was a good dinner.
Yeah.
Surf and turf night, so it was lobsters and I say fillets, but it was
Tenderloin.
tenderloin. Kind of like a fillet.
It was good.
My first piece was I don't like lobster, so I had turf and turf. So they gave me two fillets. I'm just gonna call them fillets, y'all. My first one was more like an amoeba. It was really weird looking. I'm like, what is that? But the other one was that perfect round medallion, thick, and yeah. I think Lisa's was a little undercooked, so I think she was a little disappointed.
Yeah, mine was a little undercooked. It's okay.
Yeah.
I had enough to eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
But desserts were amazing.
Yeah.
Of course. God, I always feel like there's something we're missing every day. One of these days we'll start taking notes before a show and read down some show notes. All right then. So let's say goodbye to everybody. So
all right.
We have been with you for about an hour and a half now. Of course, it's more like an hour and 20 minutes because the first 10 minutes is the silly countdown that we have to try to get ahead in the buffering.
That's true.
But that hasn't seemed to work either.
No.
So anyway.
No.